You felt it when you woke up. Before your mind had the chance to organize the day into its ordinary categories and assign everything its usual weight, before the routine of the morning asserted its familiar shape, something registered. A quality in the air that was different from yesterday's quality. Not dramatic, not the kind of different that announces itself. The subtle, body-level kind. The way certain mornings carry a charge that the mind doesn't have words for, but the nervous system recognizes immediately as the feeling of a day that is not like the other days. Like the atmospheric pressure has changed. Like something in the invisible architecture of the day is configured differently. Like you are standing at the edge of something whose name you don't have yet, but whose presence you can feel. That feeling is accurate. Today is not ordinary. Not because you decided it isn't, not because the intention you set this morning made it different, not because you needed something to look forward to, and this day offered itself as a candidate. Because the date itself, May 5th, carries a specific quality of energy that exists independently of your interpretation of it. A portal. And portals are not ordinary. I need you to understand what today actually is before the day advances any further. Because the people who will receive the most from what this date makes available are the people who understand what it makes available, who are awake to the specific quality of energy moving through today, and who are positioned to receive what it is delivering. And what it is delivering today is not small. In numerology, the number 5 is the number of change, freedom, movement, and liberation. It is the number that breaks patterns, that opens things that were previously sealed, that introduces the element of the unexpected into the established order. 5 is the energy of the shift, of the thing that was one way and is now another, of the direction that was blocked becoming navigable, of the life that was static beginning to move again with a force that the preceding stillness had been building toward. When a date carries the same number twice, when the month and the day both reduce to the same energy, as May 5th does, that number's quality is not added to itself. It is amplified, concentrated, focused into a specific window of time with an intensity that a single instance of the number does not carry. The May 5th portal is not a day that has 5s in it. It is a day where the energy of 5, change, freedom, movement, liberation, is doubled back on itself and concentrated into a portal, a window, a specific opening in the fabric of ordinary time, through which things move with a speed and a freedom that is not available on regular days. Portals are real. They are specific moments in time where the distance between where someone is and where they are meant to be collapses, where what would ordinarily take weeks or months of gradual approach happens suddenly, through a channel that the portal opens wide enough to accommodate. The 5-5 portal opens once a year. It is opening today. And the question of whether what comes through it actually reaches you, whether you receive what this portal is positioned to deliver, depends entirely on the quality of awareness and openness you bring to the hours ahead. Here is the most important thing to understand about what today is delivering. The 5/5 portal did not create it. Whatever is about to come through, the connection, the opportunity, the abundance, the shift in direction, the version of yourself that has been assembling in the invisible layer of the last several months, that was already on its way. It has been building, approaching, being prepared. The portal did not generate it out of nothing. The portal is a gate, and today the gate opens wide enough for enormous things to pass through. Think about what you have been building. The patience practiced across the entire length of the last period, the holding on, the staying open, the choosing of your standard when settling would have been easier, the internal restructuring that the extraordinary April you just moved through produced, the new channels that opened with Uranus entering Gemini, the karmic accounts that were settled through Venus on the nodes, the clarity that arrived after the fog burned through. Every piece of that has been building something, adding to an account, assembling the specific combination of readiness and position that allows the enormous things to find their landing place in the specific circumstances of your actual life. Today that assembly has a gate to come through. The 5/5 portal, with its doubled and concentrated energy of change and liberation and movement, creates the specific conditions under which what has been approaching, but has not yet fully arrived, clears its final obstacles and lands. What felt like it was almost there, and then wasn't, is now, through today's portal, finding its clearest path yet. The last gap between the approaching and the arriving closes through this opening. The gate is wide today, and what has been building toward arrival is moving through it. What staying ready looks like today is specific, and it is worth naming clearly because it is different from what people usually imagine readiness looks like. Readiness for a portal day is not frantic action. It is not forcing outcomes or manufacturing enthusiasm or performing the expectation of good things in the hope that the performance creates them. That is not readiness. That is anxiety in optimism's clothes, and it produces static rather than the clear channel that portal energy requires. Staying ready today looks like a specific quality of openness. The decision to move through the day's ordinary activities with a layer of genuine expectation underneath the ordinary, not demanding that the expectation be confirmed at every moment, not checking constantly to see if the delivery has arrived, but carrying the knowledge that today the gate is open and what was building is passing through, and meeting whatever arrives with the quality of attention that recognizes significance rather than processing everything as routine. It looks like not dismissing the unexpected as coincidence. When something happens today that you didn't plan and couldn't have predicted, a message from an unexpected direction, a conversation that goes somewhere it wasn't supposed to go, an opportunity that arrives from outside the range you were monitoring, a feeling that shifts in a way you can't account for. The default of ordinary attention is to process these as random. Today, that default is the wrong default. Today, the unexpected is the portal doing its work. The unexpected is the delivery mechanism. The apparently coincidental is the gate opening in your actual circumstances. It looks like staying awake to the moments of today that carry a different charge than the other moments. Not every moment today will be portal charged. Most of today will be ordinary in its moment-to-moment texture. But several moments today, a specific conversation, a specific piece of information that arrives, a specific feeling of internal shift, will carry the particular quality of something that is not just today's event, but the beginning of something that extends well beyond today. Recognize those moments when they arrive. Give them the quality of attention they deserve, rather than the quality of attention that ordinary moments receive. The specific areas where the 5/5 portal's energy lands most directly are worth describing, because knowing what to look for allows you to recognize it when it arrives. In communication and connection, portal energy arrives as unexpected contact. The person who reaches out today from a direction you weren't monitoring. The message that arrives with a timing that makes the timing itself feel meaningful. The conversation that begins about one thing and becomes, by the time it ends, about something much more significant. Venus is in Gemini, which charges the channels of communication specifically, and 5/5 portal energy, moving through Venus in Gemini channels, produces the specific combination of suddenly findable connection that has been looking for its moment to arrive. In purpose and creative expression, portal energy arrives as sudden clarity. The direction that has been assembling itself in the foggy region of your awareness suddenly comes into sharp focus. The project that has been waiting for its specific angle, its specific entry point, its specific sense of what it is, that specificity arriving today in a form clear enough to act on. The door in the professional or creative landscape that opens from a direction you weren't watching, offering a path that the previous week's architecture did not include. In abundance and material reality, portal energy arrives as opportunity that materializes. The thing that was theoretical becoming practical. The offer that was hypothetical becoming actual. The financial movement that breaks a pattern of stagnation. The resource or the connection that makes what was previously only possible in principle possible in practice. In identity and self-knowing, portal energy arrives as the sense of becoming. The specific quality of stepping into a version of yourself that was preparing itself in the invisible layer. Stepping into it not as a performance or an aspiration, but as a simple fact. This is who I am now that requires no announcement because it is already true. The portal does not give you a new identity. It opens the gate wide enough for the identity that has been building in the preparation zone to pass through into the lived, daily, expressed reality of your actual life. The 5-5 portal opens once a year. Once. Not once a month, not once a season. Once a year, on this date, with this specific concentration of change and liberation and movement energy doubled back on itself and focused into a window that has a duration measured in hours rather than in weeks. The people who understand what today is, who move through it with the awareness that the gate is open and the delivery is in motion, and the extraordinary convergence of everything that has been building is finding its landing place today, those people receive the portal's delivery with their full capacity. They are awake to the signs. They are present for the moments that carry the charge. They do not let the significant thing pass by processing it as ordinary. They recognize, and in recognizing they receive. The people who treat today like any other May Day, who are distracted, contracted, oriented toward what they already know rather than open to what they haven't yet encountered, let the portal close having received a fraction of what was trying to reach them. Not because the portal withheld anything, because the reception was calibrated to ordinary rather than to portal. This window does not wait. The May 5th opening is today. The hours ahead, the remainder of this specific date, are the specific window in which what the portal makes possible is most concentrated and most directly available. Tomorrow the gate begins to close. The energy distributes back into the ordinary architecture of time. What came through the portal stays. It does not disappear at midnight, but the concentrated, gate-is-wide quality of what is available today is today's quality and not tomorrow's. Today is not ordinary. You felt it this morning, before you could explain it, in the quality of the day that registered before your mind had time to categorize it. That feeling was accurate. This day carries a charge that ordinary days don't carry. A gate that ordinary days don't open. A window through which what has been building and approaching and almost arriving has its clearest and most accelerated path to reaching you in your actual life. Something enormous is about to come through, not as a metaphor, not as the kind of spiritual language that sounds meaningful but doesn't cash out in real circumstances. As actual, tangible, this shows up in your life arrival of what you have been building toward. The connection that makes the chapter start. The opportunity that answers the question the last several months have been asking. The abundance that reflects the actual scale of who you are and what you bring. The clarity that ends a period of fog. The version of yourself that steps through the gate and into the daily reality of your life having been prepared by everything you have been through. Stay ready. Not in the performed, manufactured way. In the genuine, awake, this is a real thing and I am present for it way. Move through today with the awareness that the gate is open, that what was always going to find you on this date is using this portal to reach you, that the unexpected arrival, the sudden clarity, the opportunity from an unexpected direction, the conversation that becomes more than a conversation, these are the delivery mechanisms of the 5-5 portal doing what portals do. Stay awake, stay open, stay expectant in the grounded, genuine, this is real way. The gate is open. What is coming through was always meant to find you on exactly this date. Don't let it arrive while you are looking somewhere else.